where you live. So today in Christie's Clarity, where I'm going to give you some tips on how to create a life that you love, right? That's what we're here for. I'm going to talk about um, uh, the book, The Big Leap by Gay Hendricks, and he talks about the hidden barriers that get most of us, that we don't know are running us, and so we could figure out how to move through those hidden barriers. So he talks about 4 of them. And so today I'm going to talk about number 1 hidden barrier, which is feeling fundamentally flawed. Ouch. What does that mean? Feeling fundamentally flawed. I will bet, and in fact, in my practice, my clients, it always comes down to that. That's basically feeling unworthy, right? That's some part of us that feels unworthy. And we pick this stuff up as we come into the world. And even with our parents telling us that we should be, don't touch that, right? They're out there trying to help us out, right? Learn things that's dangerous, right? And somehow we internalize those things as, oh, I'm a bad person. Gosh, why do we take that way? But especially when we're children and our brains aren't fully developed and everything, that's kind of what happens, is we are taught in that way, and yet we begin believing that we are somehow fundamentally flawed. You can go to my YouTube channel and you can see a video that's called Regaining. Here, I have to ask. Nava's here, my assistant, helping me out. Regaining wholeness, and really see how that works. But what I'm going to do today is talk to you a little bit about, first of all, how to identify when you're feeling fundamentally flawed, and then what to do about it. Okay, so one of the key components of the work that I do is noticing your thinking, noticing your thoughts. But most of our thoughts come up in a way that we don't even identify them. So here's, I'm actually going through a wonderful transformation myself. I'm constantly doing this work. And I realized a thought that I had 6 years ago, and the reason that I knew that I had the thought is because on Facebook my memory came up of doing that. I was speaking up in Canada at a Unity church, and I was telling them about how to identify your beliefs that you don't know are even running you, and this is one of them, feeling fundamentally flawed. And so right there it said, oh, like this. And I pulled up this thought that I didn't realize was running me right there as I was speaking, and had like this amazing revelation. So you have to search for these beliefs. Okay, so this morning I woke up to do this call with you, and knowing that I was going to talk about being fundamentally flawed, and what comes up for me but doubt and a feeling of unworthiness. Okay, that's key, that you are feeling, I am feeling fundamentally flawed when doubt comes up, and feeling unworthy. That's the number 1 key that most of us find. Okay, so how do you know when you have feeling fundamentally flawed? Pay attention, okay, to where you have that self-doubt, right? Then what do you do with that? You go, okay, so what is the self-doubt, and how can I change that? Now, one of the ways that I do that is actually go to a absolute big, what I call the big T truth, which is that, I'm made in the likeness and image of the divine. I am the divine in expression, or I am here to express the divine in its greatness, right? And so then when I think of that, I think, oh, would the divine want me to think that about myself, that I'm not good enough. That's like saying the divine is not good enough, right? So that's the first thing to say. I don't know how, I don't know why, I don't know where, but somehow I know that I am divinely here for a purpose. Okay, then you need to create, and this is what affirmations are for, right? This is what replacement thoughts are for. Then you need to begin noticing it and then creating a new thought. Remember last week I talked about something has to fill the shadows? Well, here something needs to fill with the truth, that erroneous thought that you have. Okay, so find out, and I'll tell you what brings up our feelings of fundamentally flawed. It's actually a clue that we're onto something big here. When we start using we commit to our using our gifts that we came here for, everything unlike that will come up, because our old way of being wants to bring us back to the new way of being. So start telling a new story about yourself. I am here to express the divine, or however you don't remember, put on your translator, say it in a way that it works for you. Okay, you are here to express greatness, and anything in your way is merely a belief that is a scary belief, right? Okay, so I hope that helps you look this week at when you might be feeling fundamentally flawed and how to create those replacement thoughts and believe in yourself. I hope this makes a difference in your life today. Okay, thanks. This is Christy Karate. Check out my website at Mastering the Art of Life. And there we go. And end.